Hey guys, welcome back to Edleedskalnins Workshop. This is Roy again. This is going to be a quick little video. I figured out how to slow this thing down and why it's important to slow it down. It has many variables, but the reason I want to slow it down is because I want to create a long, slow break, like a draw. So the energy that's in this coil, when it's energized, when it hits in front of this magnet and this magnet's passing by it, it'll stay connected until it gets to the halfway point. And then it snaps. And then it goes back to this one and pulls in. And then it'll come back out, and then it'll snap and turn off. Well, not turn off, but it'll snap. And then it'll just recharge again. So with that being said, what I always wanted to try was a demonstration that once I had the wheel turning, which major kudos, regardless if it's from the outside or from the inside. But once the wheel was turning, what I wanted to do was create this longest arc that I can with so much force and energy. And by using this setup here, it'll snap, and I want to send it through my circuit. And what I want to do is send it into the two big coils that Ed has for his PMH. And I want to try some magnetic levitation kind of experiments down underneath the PMH. A lot of stories out there about the PMH being in the tripods. And we know when he was out there lifting up rock, we know what's in the tripods. There's batteries and a solenoid, but there's also two cables that run down the side, and they go into each end of the block. If you look at his video, you'll see the cables there. You really got to look. There's chain and a cable. So the curious question about the cable is, did Ed try, or did he flip the poles in the rock, or did he figure out how to do that? And with some of the experiments I've been getting into, trying to reverse poles in anything, whether it's rock, whether it's wood, plastic, anything, what it always led me back to is static. Using a glass jar, putting a safety pin in there, sticking up from the bottom, and putting two pieces of foil, shape them just so they're flat, and let them hang and dangle, and then take a magnet and charge it. Charge the pin sticking out the bottom, and you put the magnet on it and it charges it. So we know that aluminum is not magnetically charged, but it seems to do it and work. So that, in a small scale, excites me to think that Ed had the capabilities, at least in his writings, on spending all that time on experimenting so many different levels with the toys he had. Why not? I mean, what else was he doing? So anyway, go back to this. We'll go ahead and put this on, and we're going to go ahead and just get it going slow. And basically, you can look at slowed it down. So basically, I'll pull it out even further, and it's the further I have it away, it'll stop too, but it will also keep running. I'll move it a little closer. Now it's just an adjustment left to right, so I'll just get to that point, guys. Be patient. We'll make it go fast. Right now, I'm going to slow it down, and about those arcs that we're talking about, and just being able to draw from that long. I want to stretch that magnetic field out as long as I can, and there's not many inches in between those magnets to do that. So the slower I can get it to go, the better off I'll be able to accomplish what I'm trying to see what happens. I want to see some results. And one thing about sending it into the PMH, I'm going to be sending the 2 poles, well actually the same poles, going into both coils the same time. So the coils will be handling that extreme amount of power, and it'll send through the coils out the bottom of the coils. And that's possibly where I'm thinking those 2 cables that came out of the tripod was to the bottom of the PMH, which is handling all that. So we know that Earth is you know, has a negative, minor, small negative charge about it. So if we put, from what I read, a negative charge in it, what would happen is in the ether, it would make the adjustments to the fabric inside of our atmosphere here to compensate for the change that I was trying to provide. But if I went with a south pole, that it would the adjustment that the ether would do on the north pole would not apply with the south pole. So it would think everything is fine, and that's the area where you're able to get into Einstein, Tesla, serious stuff there. So you can see I got it going slow, and basically I'm going to slow it down even more, and you can see the pulse. So I just moved it up too fast. I could have moved it up slow, which I'll show you now. I'll do it. So back to the slow-mo. And we're going to check also on the amount of power that it uses during the time of operation, and just go on some theories and different tests to see if we can try to work on conservation. You know, if you want to gain any energy, first work on the energy you're losing. So that's my thoughts here, guys. And you guys, peace out.